Looks like we have someone joining just now, and then but yeah, I'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so first starting out, I just wanted to thank you all for being here today. So my name is Maddie. I'm the Director of Operations here at the Inside Out Network. We are going to go over just some brief, we usually try to keep these pretty short, maybe about 10 minutes or so, but we're just going to go over some updates that we've been having happen here at the Inside Out Network. There are some changes for service providers, for returning citizens, and then also we officially launched in our new state. So I will be sharing some information about that as well. So kind of starting out, like I said, if you guys have questions, please feel free to ask as we go. Miranda, I think she's another one of our staff here at the Inside Out Network. She will be kind of managing the chat, but feel free to either just kind of chime in and ask your question, or you can put something in the chat if that is more comfortable as well. But starting out, okay, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We're actually going to start with the some of the returning citizen changes we have made to our registration form. So as you guys might be aware, returning citizens, when they register, they either fill out a paper version of this registration form or they can register directly on the Inside Out Network platform. So I just want to go over some of the recent changes we made to this registration form. It's been a while since we kind of made some of these bigger adjustments, so we just wanted to touch on it with you all. So first, we added a feature that is new for friends and family. So you can see, for example, in some institutions, individuals are registering on paper registration forms, but they may not have access to a computer lab or some other way to access this prior to release. Not everyone has that ability. So in that case, or even if not, even if they do have access, but maybe they, struggle a little bit with technology or something like that, they can choose to provide information to a friend or family that they'd like us to get in touch with. So we could share their login information with this friends or family, and also some other helpful reentry tips and tricks. So if they want to add a friend and family contact information, they can do so. And then our staff will reach out to the friend or family, kind of let them know that they have an ION account, and also assist them, when they're looking for providers and that kind of thing. So again, this is a field that's available for those who either do not have a ton of access pre-release, outside of a course registration, or for individuals that maybe do have that access, but could just use some family or friend support in this process. So that is one of our first features, like I said, on the returning citizen registration form, is that friends and family, that information. We also added this box regarding SMS messaging. So the Inside Out Network, for a long time now, we have reached out to returning citizens when they are released back into the community just to see if they need any additional assistance. But now we will be having a texting service that texts them as well. So instead of just email or call, they will receive a text. And if they choose to, right, it's optional, but if they would like to receive a text message, they can. And basically, it's just us reaching out to them saying, welcome home. If you need any help accessing your ION account, please reach out to us. We're here for you. So just additional ways to basically connect with the individual and also their friends or family are some of the pieces that we added to the registration form. So those are a couple big things we added for returning citizens. Does anyone have any questions about the changes we made to the returning citizen registration form? Just give it a second. All right. Okay, so we just wanted to touch on that. Another thing that we have made a change to is to the service provider registration status. So I'm going to go ahead. So when a service provider goes to register, which you may all be familiar with if you are already a provider with us, but if you can recall, you filled out this provider registration form. You can see that if I scroll down to the bottom, we now have a notice that once you hit submit on your application, you would be like in a pending hold. So again, it may not be super applicable to you all. If you are already registered, you're still just in active status with us. But for any new providers who may be joining us, if there are any interested providers on the call, or just any other providers that you all know of in the community who would like to register, we just wanted to make you guys aware that we will now have a brief pending period where we just kind of do some checking on our end. Once you're reviewed and approved, you will be set into kind of this active status and be able to access your account immediately. So we just want to let people know, because previously when you registered, as soon as you completed registration, you were automatically logged into your account. Now there will be that brief holding period, but you will receive an email notification once your account is approved, so you know that you're okay to go ahead and log back in. We do try to keep this super short and quick. So, we try to say within 24 hours or so, make sure that you guys are getting approved. This kind of just helps with kind of quality control on our end, and things like that. But are there any questions about the provider pending status situation that we now have? Okay, so like I said, nothing hugely changes for providers, especially if you are already a provider with us, but we just want to let you know. If for whatever reason too that you need your account to be on hold for a while, we can also put you back into pending. So if you guys are closed for services at the time, you don't want to be listed for a period of time, you can also reach out to us and let us know, and we can put you back in a pending status so that you still have an account with us, but you're not visible to users. So just wanted to let you guys know about that as well. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop my share because the other updates that I have are in regard to our launch in Oregon. So I think we have some Oregon providers on the call, but we wanted to share with you all. So as you know, whenever we first start things in a new state, we kind of develop a relationship with DOC and get things going with them, but then we have to build a provider network. So over the past, like a little over a year, probably about 15 months or so, we have been building a provider network in Oregon. We now have 70 providers in Oregon. And so we were able to launch and start enrolling adults in custody. So Oregon Department of Corrections, as you guys might be aware, they have agreed to register individuals who are within 6 months of their release and allow them to not only register, but be using the platform, be messaging, and be connecting with providers. So some of you may have gotten alerts this week that you have new matches or that you have new messages, and that is why. So we started just last Monday. So it's kind of like a soft pilot launch at 2 ODOC facilities, so Deer Ridge and Warner Creek. They are beginning to register individuals who are within that 6-month release window, and they are allowing them to use the WorkSource computer labs to connect with ION. So if you guys are familiar with WorkSource, they have computer labs set up in those 2 facilities, and they are allowing them to use the computers to have like 30-minute slots where they can register and then also use the platform to connect. We will eventually be going statewide, so I believe we're going to be in 2 more additional facilities by about the end of the month. And I think Snake River and Coffee Creek. So those will be coming next. And then we will just continue to roll out to the other ODOC facilities as well. A couple of reminders, we have no restrictions. So regardless of conviction, anybody who is within that 6-month window will be able to register with us. Like we said, for some people that may be direct access, through a computer lab. For other individuals, it may be filling out that paper registration form that gets basically sent to us. We have a team of volunteers who will register them. And then that's why we added that friends and family field. So if people, if they're only able to register, but they want to share their information with friends or family so that they can do some connecting on their behalf, we are providing that option now as well. And so, yeah, the launch went pretty well in Oregon. Like I said, you guys probably will see that there are people getting registered, that you might start receiving messages. Things, like I said, are just up and running as of last week, but that will continue to grow. We are also registering individuals at the Northwestern Regional Reentry Center. They will be starting to register here as well. And just a reminder, it's free to anybody who has ever been justice involved. So some people ask, although we are not up and running in jails and federal institutions in Oregon yet, if an individual, were to happen to hear of us post-release, they're welcome to register as well. And then eventually, we hope to be available in those facilities too. We are working with federal probation, and different things too, so. Any questions for me about anything, either the returning citizen updates, the provider update, or the launch in Oregon?
Maddie, I just want to hop in real quick and add on to what you said about Oregon. Since we have reached the 70 providers, that's amazing. It's awesome, but we are definitely always looking for more. We want to expand our network as wide as we possibly can. So for those of you who are here in Oregon, if you know any organizations that would be a great fit for ION, please, word of mouth is how we get this thing really going. community outreach, grassroots. So please, we're always looking for referrals. If you'd like to share them with us, email us. A nice warm handoff email is always welcome. I just wanted to put that out there. We're so grateful for all of you who have joined us already and helped us get this started. And yeah, I just wanted to say thank you.
Thank you, Miranda. Yes, absolutely. Please, we thank you for clarifying that. That is something we always like to mention. We like to get a healthy number of providers on the platform before we begin enrolling returning citizens or adults in custody, because we want them to have people to connect with. But yeah, we are always trying to grow our network and to continue to grow so that we can just have more services available to individuals who are returning. Kind of an example too, in Arizona, we also launched with about 70 providers. So we had 70 providers, and then we began enrolling adults in custody. That was now let's see, about like maybe 3 years ago, but now we have over 200 providers. So we just try to continue to grow. We expect and are hopeful for the same thing in Oregon. So yeah, if you guys know people who want to be a part of this, especially now that the platform is live and the connection is happening, please let us know, because we would be happy to do, a full demo for them or anything like that. And also for those of you kind of to that note who are in Oregon, or not, anyone on this call, if you guys would like a refresher demo of the platform, please let us know. We are always happy to kind of schedule some time with you and just go through things quickly if you need a little bit of a refresher of all the different things you can do as a provider, proactive reach out things, or just to see the returning citizen experience again, now that they're actually able to use it. If you guys would like to schedule any of that, please reach out to us. I think Miranda, yeah, she put our contact information in the chat. So my email, as well as the support email, my Calendly, so you guys can kind of save those links. You can always schedule time with me to go over things further if you would like. Thank you, Miranda, for adding that to the chat as well. All right. Well, if you guys don't have any other questions for me here, I am gonna, let's see. Oh, it looks like there's one in the chat. Let's see. Is there a list? Yes, we do have a list of current Oregon providers. So if you would like that, I'm happy to share that with you. If you could please send that, if you could email me, or put your email in the chat, one of the two, that would be great. And we can send you that via email, but you can either email me with, requesting that, or just put your email in the chat and we can follow up that way as well. But all right. Well, thank you guys so much, like I said, for being here today. Just let me know if you have any questions that you didn't think of that pop up. You're always welcome to reach out to us, and we're so grateful for you being a part of the Inside Out Network. So thank you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.